Maggie's busy night. It is 6:15 p.m., and Maggie is ready to begin her big adventure. Her first stop is Busytown. Mr. Frumble says, "Please help me find my hat." It is 6:30 p.m., and time for Maggie to take Clifford out for a walk. Elmo says, "It is 6:45 p.m., and time for Maggie to come to Sesame Street." At 7 p.m., Maggie is in the 100-acre woods to say hello to Pooh and his friends. 7:15, and Maggie finds an old house in Paris that is covered with vines. Yes, a walk with Madeline. By 7:30 p.m., story time is over and the books are put away. Sweet dreams for Margaret Catherine. Until another day. How could I not have a love for reading when this is what I grew up with? My dad made books exciting, meaningful, and personal from the start of my reading experience. I can distinctly remember my dad reading to us at bedtime. My brother's favorite stories were PJ Funny Bunny and Froggy. They soon became my favorite stories too, because of the way my dad would pronounce Froggy's name when Froggy was called. Thinking back to my childhood, I will always remember Froggy and my dad. He helped both my brother and I develop a love for reading because of his love for it. Besides writing me stories, my dad is a published author in journals and a book. He has also participated in a program with his high school students called the International Book Sharing Project. It allows for my dad's classroom and an Israeli classroom to learn about the Holocaust through a reading experience. Yes, my dad was an amazing influence, but certainly not the only one. You see that woman in the left corner? That is the Queen of Reading. The Queen of Reading is my mom. Ever since I can remember, I have known my mom to have a book either in her purse or in her hand. Which makes sense, because she is a high school English teacher. We didn't listen to the radio when we were in the car. It would always be a book on tape. My mom would let me pick the book to listen to, and then it would be her turn. We liked to listen to a series of books. My choices were typically American Girl. Hers were mystery novels. To get these books on tape, my mom and I would go to the library. My mom always gave me the freedom to choose whatever books I wanted, whether that meant 1 book or 15 books. We also went to a lot of classes at the library, one that I remember talking about the seasons of spring. My mom has always been my number one role model, so it makes sense that I would develop a love for books myself. From there, my teachers at school sealed the deal. Reading was the best. I still smile when I think about Mrs. Gotham, my preschool teacher, reading to us. But Mrs. Resch, my kindergarten teacher, she really won me over. Mrs. Resch was the first one who made me realize that Mom and Dad weren't the only ones who could read books. I could too. She started my love for self-reading. By 2nd grade, I was filling out book list after book list. I couldn't get enough. By the time I got to high school, I had joined a book club and participated in my town's teen book festival, where famous authors came to workshop their books. One year, I met Jenny Han, my favorite author at the time, and she gave me a first draft of her latest book. That experience still gives me chills to this day. I was also given the opportunity to be a part of my dad's class and the International Book Sharing Project. It was neat to be a part of a program that my dad cared so much about. You think your journey of reading ends with your parents when you grow up and you can read on your own. But this experience was so special and rewarding to share with my dad. And it certainly made my love for reading stronger and even that much more meaningful. Today, I am on my way to becoming an elementary school teacher, which, as you can see, has been a dream of mine for a while now. to be a part of someone else's love for reading inspires me to move forward along my own journey. So, sweet dreams for Margaret Catherine. Until another day. The end.